Clover. We find ourselves at the Vale Reserve. Now this is not the destination that we planned to camp at. We'll get to that in a moment. Well, we're back again. We're heading off on our second camp trip. A little place called Manning River Campground, up to the Barrington Tops, a little off to the right somewhere. We've never been there, so another adventure for us. Also, we're sticking close to home so we can figure out all this stuff that comes with this. I've spent probably an hour and a half packing this thing today, and I still think, did I miss something? So we're gonna find out exactly what we missed. Last time we had a couple of mishaps that stopped us from actually leaving the place. Let's see how we go on camp number 2. The first mishap was me forgetting to close the whale tail things on the canopy there. And the canopy, without me even knowing it, went through a bump. Maybe it came open, and I just happened to be looking around as I was going around a corner, and a bucket falls out. And so I kind of freak out. I pull over off the road, but I can only pull up half off the road, so it wasn't ideal. Anyway, so Polly rushed back. She ran back to get the bucket. I'm guiding traffic. It was a mess. But we finally got back in. But we didn't know it then. All our whole bag of kindling, that who knows where that is. Anyway, off we went. Okay, we made it to Gloucester. Quick little shop just to get our last little things. We're having our lunch here, and we'll be on our way. An hour to go. We took our time after that. We went up to through Gloucester. We did a little bit of shopping in Gloucester. Forgot to get the eggs. Off we went, and then we came to a point, Hobart, some campground, and they said the road is closed. Copeland. Anyway, we went through and said, well, maybe we can get to our turnoff before the road closes. Anyway, it didn't work out that way. Well, we've been about 3 hours on the road, and we hit a catastrophe. We only had to go another handful of kilometers for our turnoff, but the road is closed for some reason, and we don't know why. We don't know how to check for roads, so maybe our own fault. So we turned back around, and we come back, and we found the first place that we could come to, which is this place. Like we said, beautiful place, but we would not want to spend a week there. Well, here we are. We're only supposed to be on the road for about 3 hours. We've been on the road about 4.5, maybe 5 hours, because of obviously the closed road up in the hills. But we have found a nice spot. Have a look at this. And we're just gonna get the van ready, and this has popped out. There's a cotter pin or something that's popped out. So it seems like every time I turn around, we've got a little catastrophe. So gotta get that fixed.
No, we went to...
The next mishap was we found to let the wheel down. It was broken. Couldn't let the wheel down. So this is only the third time, I think, that this camper van, we bought it secondhand. This is the third time that wheel's come down. We don't think it's an engineer fault. We think that something happened with the first owner, because the bar that goes through there, I still have to figure out what the hell's wrong there, but it's bent. So something happened there. We're only about an hour or two off of dinner. I pulled our steaks out. I took them out of the freezer this morning. They're still rock hard. So what do we do for dinner? Good morning. I'm not really awake yet. Haven't had my coffee. It's coming up. But let me give you a view of our front yard this morning. How good is that? We've locked the keys in the car. We went for a walk. I locked the car as we went away. We came back. I unlocked it. I threw the keys on the front seat, and it's locked itself. We're now locked out of our own car.
do.
about an hour. We thought we were gonna have to
You
break.
engineer the keys out of there.
We thought we were gonna have to break the window. Fortunately, it kind of worked in our favor. We're okay with all that.
And actually, here where we are, there's no service, so we can get only SOS calls. So we wouldn't have been able to call NRMA or.
We got a fire right here. I think we're asphyxiating ourselves. This is how new we are to all this.
The winds have changed.
And it didn't stop there. We had everything packed up, ready to go to get home, and we start the car. It doesn't start. We had a flat battery, but thankfully, and just before we left, I'd purchased a battery starter, Nuco 3000 amp thing, supposed to be a really good one, and that got us back up and running. So thank God we had that. And we were just talking about that, how being pretty new to all this is that we're going to drain the batteries and we're not going to have a way to get out. So thankfully we got that. Another catastrophe averted. The other one is the owners of the camper van did tell us that they had seasoned the all the canvas, but it leaked. It leaked through here somewhere because the mattress inside got all wet. So from looking at it, I was looking at it, how can it possibly get through there? So it had to get straight through the canvas. So I don't really think it was seasoned. So we left this out yesterday, and we'll leave it out this afternoon. It'll dry out, and then we'll put the camper van away. But let me just go through all the Glory Vale Reserve Campground. A beautiful spot, really nice. I could see it being more for kids in the summertime, or I can see it being used more for families with children in the summertime. Beautiful spot, but it's so close to the road. You hear all the traffic. So you're not really, getting away from it all, which is what we like to do. But the place is really clean. There's no bottles and broken glass and stuff. The council looks after it. There's a toilet there. It's nice and clean. There's no fresh water. If you want a fire, you better take some firewood. There's bins for the rubbish. So at the end of the day, if you're traveling and you just want a nice, beautiful place to stay just off the road for a kip, or maybe just a day or two's rest, it's not a bad spot. So until our next camp trip, happy trails, everyone.